Hello, good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time from the world you all are. It's your Blue Archive Gacha Whale Beginner Art that proclaimed and your boy Tosan. Welcome to the art stream for today. So for today I will be drawing fan art from Acha, who was a staff member in Hololive, and I think like that it would be a good time to draw her. If you don't really know what to expect from my art style, or in general, like how it will look like in the end, we have like on the left some samples regarding that. H-chan is real? Yes. Also, hello 8, welcome to the art stream. Pain, also hello and welcome to the art stream. So it takes me like about 2 hours at average to like complete an artwork, but like if I do like the lines and then color at the end, but gonna see. I have like enough time, I'm not under time pressure really, but at the same time I feel like kind of relaxed. I woke like up 20 to 30 minutes ago, so I'm kind of like, can hear my voice maybe, you know, like when you wake up your voice is usually a lot deeper or has like a lot more bass. I don't know like exactly that how it is. Kind of like I say like I have like a little bit more time than usual, but with Uzma Missime I kind of lose like a lot of free time. I don't know, like the only time when I have like a lot of free time, when I can like take care of like other things that are like probably more important, it's like when the stamina is like empty. You know, like every game has like a stamina system and it replenishes over time. I think if it had no stamina system, maybe I would have like a little bit easier of a time to like play whenever I want, instead of like, okay, I have to use it up now, else I'm gonna feel like I bricked myself. So yeah, each PlayStation is like about, at least like every career there you can do. I don't know like if you know the game or like what the terms mean, but in general when I want to complete a round it takes like there about 1 to 2 hours, you know. And sometimes I feel like I have to watch the races because I need to like know what's went wrong, what I have to train, you know. But yeah. Have I never slept? I've been awake for 76 hours. Get well soon, I would say. And sleep well if you're gonna sleep. I mean, you surely can feel in your brain or whatever that you probably are like not doing so well. I would like say, I hope you're doing well, but actually you don't do so well if you don't sleep properly. You can relax for a while until Wednesday midnight on Blue Archive, rate new difficulty. Yeah, I guess I can. Maybe I want to swap that out. Love watching your videos, it's nice and calming, relaxing. Not sure like if my videos ever did great. Not that I have many videos. It might be like very niche, like on what I created, like clips or me doing some read-alongs. Oh, and I did one cover. Yeah, that's about it. But cool that you like it. I don't remember the name anymore, really. Usually I do remember viewers if they chatted like often enough and if they have a recognizable profile picture, but you know, but if people like change it regularly, then yeah, I probably will not remember. Sometimes it's like about the writing style, I like recognize immediately and be like, oh, you're that guy. And then yeah. It doesn't have to be the writing style always, but there's like some kind of personality, like some kind of fingerprint, you know, that's like recognizable. We'll take it like slowly, as I can, slowly as I can. Actually, let's try other concept. She's retired, so I don't really need to draw her with a tablet. Like rather eat it. Maybe with like a head tilt, you know? At the same time, you know. I say like art style wise what you can expect, but sometimes I don't wanna. Okay, now with Ramano Vengacha. I don't know how to read that. It's like with the Japanese with like Makakitane Fukukikane or something like that. And even like for the Japanese people it's like hard to read. Like where are the caps? Where do you stop? Where do I need to speak with more inflection? Okay. Like in some languages, it's like pretty consistent on how pronounce names. Like with Japanese, I'm not really like afraid when I see like something written there. And then on my, and I have like a pretty good guess on how to read that. But man. If it's like known English sentences, words, you know, it's also like pretty okay. You know, like things like cup of coffee, things like bottle of water, like easy to like pronounce, remember, because there's like a kind of a rule. It's like a commonly used thing. Names, they are more or less commonly used, but at the same time, if you encounter like one name you haven't ever read before, seen before, and how do you pronounce that, right? I think like interesting, you know, like with Gigak, you know, like his name Grant, and then people be like Grant, you know, just because it's like not a usual English name, it's just like a name from where he comes from, you know, he's like a Thai. I think like in general, when it comes to different cultures, you know, there are different ways to pronounce the names. And sometimes it's like there are like no clues on like how to pronounce that. It's all about how knowledgeable you are and do an educated guess. Like with the East, right? Let's say like Middle East, or like, I don't know, like close East. There's like Far East, what is like, I don't know. But with the East, it's like pretty close to Europe, you know. There are like some interesting names, and then I'm not sure like how they pronounce that. You know, like the pharaoh guy, like in Egypt, Tutankhamun. I don't know like how to pronounce that, you know. That's the right way to... And so yeah, unless you like hear it, it's like kind of hard. What I like think it's cool when you put something in Google Translate and it has like those interesting letters that suggests on like how the tone and inflection on that one is. You know, there's something like in E, but then they rotate it or something, right? And then put in some dots above it or something like that. That like suggests on like, okay, this is like how it sounds, like apple, you know. You don't pronounce it apple, it's like apple, you know. It doesn't like sound how it's like written, but yeah. And by the way, we have chat rules as well. So if the things in chat do not have anything to do with the stream or what I talk about, I usually ignore it. And if it's like gets out of hand, I will time out you, maybe ban you even. So be aware of that. I don't want to remember my chat. You gamers in my chat, like as people who can't like keep like, you know, keep to the rules. Like I like to stick to rules. I need like some orientation. Oh, cool chat rule. I mean, it's like kind of basic, you know. Maybe not even basic. But when I talk about something, I would like to delve deeper into that. Sometimes I do like on my own switch like to other topics if I feel like, okay, maybe it's not so good. But you know, like wherever you go, it's like kind of important to like respect the boundaries and everything. And maybe I do the class afterwards. So if you remember what I talked like in the beginning, I only like woke up around 9 AM ago, like around 9 AM. And my time zone's like, let's say like about 50 minutes ago. So I'm kind of like, yeah, my day is just started. What can I say? I slept okay, I slept pretty well. I think like it was one of the longest sleep I had like so far in weeks. I ate a little bit, not much. I drank a decent amount. And then I started streaming. And here we are. Not much. I think you guys have like more interesting stuff to talk about. But yeah, I like to kick off my day with like something productive. So with like streaming here. Else it would like go at some point, oh, let's do my dailies and gachas. And then once I get to unrelated, I maybe like stunlock for like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours before I can actually move on with my day. I don't understand the hairstyle. Something like that. I'm still in the sketching process. She's not recognizable yet. You don't like recognize it as age. Like what is recognizable about hair is like her hair. Not really hair, but the ribbon and like the glasses. The glasses I don't really like to draw in this art style. Usually my avatar wears glasses, but I don't really like to draw them when I draw like those funny eyes. At least I do not understand how to make it look great enough. Maybe like work with gravity. Oh, I think like I also binge watched like yesterday. Like recently I binge watched Imamusume, like the seasons, like of season 1, season 2. And I like noticed that the quality and like the story like improved like there. I kind of like wondered, you know, like some of the stories are like based on the real life horses. And I think like, okay, this thing is not crazy enough, or like this could have been more dramatic, you know, but at the same time, I think it's also like fair to some extent to have like some boundaries here and there, since the reason like why they could like even do that is you know, they have to like to ask the people from the ranch who like own those horses like for allowance, you know, and keep like have like some kind of contract, I don't know. And yeah, what I kind of like feel of a restriction is, you know, like regarding fan art, like drawing the girls. Like usually when there's a franchise, there's a lot of fan art. With that also like some spicy fan art. But for Imamusume, they have like kind of a guideline that we are not allowed to do anything too spicy. Or controversial, whatever, political. Like we are not allowed like at least like the fans, you know, like if it comes like to drawing fan art, like creating fan work, you know, there's also like 3D, there's like fan games, whatever, you know, and like Toho, for example, you can go all out. The rights are like within the fan base. It's like why there's so much on Toho music, so like Toho music circles and everything that create like their own spin on like the Toho theme song of like certain characters. But if it comes to Imamisime, you're like really restricted. The characters are still great. They're very charming, they have like good character design. But yeah, you're restricted. I don't understand hairstyle. Let me look at art from Achan. Okay, like, let's see. But yeah, I think I would still get to draw if I miss a character from time to time. I mean, I did already one from Rice Shower, at least like thumbnail wise. I was like thinking about coloring it. If I were to do another Rice Shower run again on stream. She's not easy to raise, I must like say. At least like in a way where I would like her to be good for like inheritance, like as a for this kind of system there. The game is like actually pretty deep, I must like say. My first attempts were like not really great. But as you play more and more, as you do the same, if you like keep repeating, doing one thing, you like catch up naturally to like some other things, like how to adapt, how to play properly, you know. Like you can play games at your pace, and some point you like figure things out. Even if it's slower, even, you know, if you take like a little bit longer, you get there at some point. The same is like with anything you're grinding. Drawing, right? I don't really like pay much attention anymore. I just like do whatever. And like have a yap while I'm doing that. Usually like back when I was like more focused. More locked in. Now I don't really care. I think it's not like much about, you know, the drawing skill, but your eye, you know, like your art sense, your senses. That you have to train that. And not maybe like the physical eye as well, you know, like your senses. It can also be like something mental, you know, like for an image in your mind, that you have like some kind of vision already. Some kind of load chart, whatever. It looks more recognizable, right? If I add like colors, then I think I'm like doing pretty good at this point. But yeah, how do I do this? It's like a side view. I think like the coffee cup I can like lower a little bit. Like something disposable. To be honest, I don't really like disposable things with coffee. They're like there if you like forgot your own thing, then yeah, like those are usually recyclable. Like most of the times they're like now paper, but like paper cups, paper spoons, forks, those are like pretty expensive. So I always like make sure that I have like something with me. Like even if it comes to like restaurants, foods, fast food in general, you're unable to finish the food, but it would be a waste to like throw it away. Then it's like, hey, can you package that thing for me? I want to take it home. No, like not waste the food. Then they package for you. They give it to you, but it's like, you know, plastic wrapping and everything. Like, I don't know, like plastic wrapping. It sounds like with the see-through thin fabric, right? But there's also like for, you know, like when you order like Asian food, like Chinese food for example, like fried rice or something, they give you like something of box, I don't know, like no, but maybe you like know what I mean. Can't really like describe it, but it's like this stereo thing. No, like what the material actually is. But something like that. Maybe I, but also like could like look weird if I'm coming like prepared and be like, hey, do we want to, should I take it with me, or do you want to? And be like, oh, I want to take it home. I want to, food is like pretty good. I want, so I would like to finish it, like there. And then, yeah, okay. Do you mind if I wrap it? And then, yeah, and then I give them like a tupper box or whatever, you know. And then it's like, what the hell? Would that be weird? But at the same time, it would be a shame to like throw it away, but also just like use up their resources. Like give them something. Oh, I like the coffee, I don't want to throw it away, you know? And then, oh, put it in this kind of thermo cup, and then, you know. It's better to just like take the coffee as it is, you know, like in the disposable coffee cup, you know, like take it with you, and then like when you're like done, like throw it somewhere away. Actually, it's hot, like nowadays of summer. Same time, I want to draw with as less skin as possible. I do not need to draw the lanyard. I don't know. Maybe do not do this concept with the coffee cup feel. Yeah. Lanyard. To be honest, I kind of like drawing lanyards. If I were like, you know, when I play like a game, there are like a lot of young girls and everything, and can play an adult, I would draw myself like with lanyard as well, like drawing myself as office worker or whatever. Like someone who's like a lot in office and like it's like being forced to do stuff there. You know, like wearing a suit or like some kind of long coat, you know, and have a lanyard. In one hand like coffee cup, and then the other I'd like try to hold my tablet thing. Like if it comes to like Blue Archive, you know, and I do read-alongs, I would draw myself a little more on the serious side, like not in chibi style. There was a time where I like for a long time didn't use the chibi style. Just like something similar to the profile picture. But man, you know, like as time goes on, your aura changes, like the way you see things and everything. It's not really like that the art style improves or something, it's just like your way at looking at life. And sometimes I can't help it, you know, like when I draw myself, it's like pretty natural that I that's like kind of captures like my current mindset, I think. Sometimes the character looks more tired, or like looks more, I don't know, like wise, whatever. But if I always like if I draw like other characters, like fan art, you know, in this style, it doesn't really shine through, I suppose, like my vibes, like what I went through. Is I just be like, oh, I want to draw a cute girl, and then yeah, I draw a cute girl, and then that's about it. Oh, I draw like this funny dumb ass bro. Then yeah, I draw like this dumb ass. But if I ever come back to like drawing in the non-chibi style, oh man, sometimes it gets too dark. If I go back to that, sometimes it gets too dark. But I can draw it like really beautiful and cute as well. Like I had like a full sketchbook with everything. And yeah, I guess it's recognizable. But at the same time, it's like something you always like see. Like it's like nothing unique. It has a certain vibe. And people who are like always like broken, you know, mentally broken or whatever, that they went like through a lot of depression, they kind of recognize with that, but at the same time I do not want to spread like bad vibes, you know. Like, you know, like Tokyo Ghoul, like those kind of and like those full-blown illustrations of like you know, from Ishida Sui. It's like a lot about the feels, the vibes of like, yeah, I'm alone, I'm depressed or whatever, you know. Art is like a nice thing. This covers like many genres. I kind of like find it funny as well, like to think when like Japanese artists, they draw like Westerners, they draw them so beautifully. But when the Western artists draw like with Western style, you know, like draw like Japanese, they look like so funny. Like they have like really slim eyes and everything, and then you know, like they have like slim eyes and then like rabbit tooth, something like that. It's like how Japanese, for example, are like depicted for this kind of media. They do them so dirty. Well, actually, you know, like this kind of vibe. It's like a lot of vibes for me when it comes like to drawing. A vibe check. I'm like pretty sure AI is unable to copy my art style. Like with chibi, which doesn't make sense, usually it's like pretty hard. Like the body structure is never consistent, to be honest. Like sometimes I draw them like in 2 head size, sometimes in 3 head size, you know. And if you try to copy this style, then bah, it's gonna be hard. But at the same time, like with AI, you know, it kinda gets like more and more easy to like detect if it's AI or not. Like they improve like further and further, but the thing is like artists, they draw like with intent. They have like something in their mind that we're like, okay, I want to draw this. And with that also like convey a message. Sometimes you can like see in the art style some things about that. Like that you can detect that. AI doesn't really like draw with intent. Like what does it want to convey? You know? Like is there a soul, you know? Something like that. What is it that they want to convey? Does it have a message? You know, like when I watch like stories, games, like stories like generally are like in games, are like in books, anime, you know, manga. There are many different medium. What do they want to tell me? You know? What is the message? If it's able to tell me, if I'm able to see a message, if the medium is able to like convey it to me, then yeah, this is not made up. It's kind of bizarre, but it's like kind of detailed to be like, you know, to be like made up. It must be like something real. Even if they're like some kind of dragons flying around, you know, they read like magic, throw like fireballs in it, whatever. There's still something human about the struggles the characters went through. Sometimes you like empathize with them. You'd be like, hey, he's just like me, for real, you know? And yeah. They like things like AI writing as well. And sometimes you can see intent, but at the same time, it's like nothing like that. At least like in art, you know, it's like kind of detectable of intent. With like writing, oh, I don't know. I'm not really like expert there. You know, sometimes it's like, hey, ChatGPT, can you write me like a funny essay about eggs and bacon, you know, when they do something about that. But it's just like the intent came like from the guy who like asked. It's much faster done than like cooking on your own, like one copy pasta about that. And I also think like the humor of like ChatGPT, for example, is also like not that great, you know, like, hey, can you tell me a joke? And then they're like, okay, sure. And then they do something like a dad joke, you know, it's just like a facepalm kind of moment. Like, it's still flawed, everything there. It will get better, but if it gets better, man. How are we able to detect things from the real thing? But in general, if things have like something to do with AI, like games, like people, you know, like who like are organizing an event or whatever, then I do not really want to have to do anything with it. Example like Apex Legends. Like a lot of Japanese VTubers play that. It seems like pretty good game. And watching it is not bad. I kind of like watching gameplay of that. From Asta, for example. But they work with AI at some point to like make the art. And then yeah, then it was like, okay, I'm out. I haven't really like played Apex, to be honest. I was like in training mode sometimes. The game is like pretty deep. Like with the maneuverability, like it has like movement techs, you know, like movement kind of mechanics, but also like the shooter kind of aspects, right? Like Battle Royale. Which makes like for intense gameplay and fights. Especially like late game. I think like early game, mid game is like kind of a struggle because now a lot of people, they don't have like the armor, the right weapons, you know, they have like still to find like pieces and everything. But sometimes you have like to start to play with the starter and you like dealt with, you know, like things like the movement techniques, like your aim, you know, aim is always like a thing, like how accurate is that? And also like things like ammo is limited, and you have to like play really well around your resources. It's like resource management, I would like say, with Apex. I kind of like respected for that, but when it came to the point where it used AI to like make the art, it's like, okay, I'm out, you know. I didn't play that game much anyways, but I also feel like, man, you know, Ollie, for example, she likes Apex. It would be like great, you know. Hey, do you play Apex? Then yeah. Or like with Kobo, Canario. Hey, wanna hop in Valorant? You know, like Indonesia members, you know. They have like everyone like they have like their own people. Ah yeah, GG Murin. League? Wanna play League? You know. And I was like, say, I didn't play any of those games really. In League I was like playing tutorial mode, and then I was like, yeah, I don't really get it. I don't know like how to play this game properly. And then yeah, I was like out. But I don't know, like, League is a time sink, right? As well. One session can like take 1 hour, maybe longer. And then there's so many abilities you have like to check, know about what to build, what not build. I think there's also a build system, you know, level up, and then you get like points on like to invest on like certain skills and abilities, it's like, yeah. There are like some optimal builds and some like trash builds. You want to go for the optimal ones, but at the same time it depends on the situation. Like, is there a good tank? Is there a good supporter? Like, the game is pretty deep, and like, I pretty much appreciate the commentators. But me playing it myself, man, I don't know. Like, I don't have the time really. I kind of like wanted to ignore like playing. I didn't want to play really a time sink, you know, when I knew like Immersive would like be such a one, because I played Idolmaster and I knew like the gameplay loop there. But man, the game is too good. I'm still free to play it in Immersive. Sometimes I think like about spending, but man, like one temple is there like $50 or so, $15. They could like, it's like kind of enough to like for like one shopping tour, you know, like to restock on like food, like bread, like cheese, like wurst, and like things that you can do to make sandwiches, and like maybe some bananas, milk, eggs, you know, to like make something like of a good meal. Like all of that I can like do with like those 50 USD. There's also like the thing with the daily carrot pack, I think. So you get like 500 paid carrots and then like 50 carrots every day for like 30 days. And if you calculate that, it's like 1,500, like one temple. And you know. But sometimes I'm like, you know, I like resisting still. Sometimes consider maybe I should, but then no, the value is like not good enough. It's not good enough value. There will be like an important banner to pull on, which is like the support cards of like Kita-san Black. I only spent like about 50 pulls just to like get like a decent start, you know, like the support cards, and then always like abuse the free pulls, like when they launch like some. But man, I don't know if it's enough. Maybe I should like go to career mode, like get the G3, G2 trophies as well, like everything. I think each gives like 30 or like 50. Maybe for G1 gives like 50, I don't know. Like carrots in Immersive are like pull currency. It can also be used to like refresh TP. The stamina system thing. But okay. That was so dirty. Everything so dirty. I don't draw classes often. Chibi style. Absolutely do not mind if it's like a normal character. But man. Usually I wear glasses as when I draw myself and big. People forget that sometimes if they like transition to like drawing like Matsuoto-san, and then if I get the glasses. I do like the design of like classes you can like do with them. You know, like Aizen, Sosuke Aizen from Bleach, like his classes. Those are like those square ones with like a very thick frame. Square shape, thick frame. I kind of like this vibe. It looks like really friendly. It gives also like the kind of vibe that you're like mature, you know? But at the same time, you know, there are like some edges, you know? That not everything is like smooth and like perfect, but there are like some flaws here and there. I kind of like this vibe. Like someone with faults, you know, has like some edges here and there. Even though they try like to be the best version of themselves, they still have like, I know like with Aizen this was obviously a disguise, but man, I really liked his glasses, you know, like his face and then the glasses, you know, he looked like so friendly and inviting. Was a pretty good disguise he like wore. Maybe like some spoilers, but yeah, if people still haven't like, they didn't got into Bleach. I didn't watch the anime really, I only like read the manga. And man, what alright. And sometimes I have like some hype moments like, there are like some hype moments in manga, but like, okay, how does it look in anime? Then holy crap, this looks so good, you know? Like the music direction, the silence, and then like, it's like not bad, but still like with the, you know, like when they get to those moments, suge. But when it comes like to actually adapting the manga itself, like back in the days, it was like the same like with One Piece. And it's like, yeah, I don't like the pacing. And they have filler arcs and everything. But sometimes I see like the news parts of like the opening, you know, and I'd be like, oh, I want to watch it, you know. I think maybe I gonna watch like the 1000-year arc, you know, the 1000-year wars arc with like the Quincy's, you know. Maybe I gonna watch that. I think that's all about it. But for now, I'm still like into the mystery kind of like train. I still need to like watch a concert on stream. I like want to do the fan charts. Like, you know, like the idol otaku culture. I kind of like think it's like fun to do, like if you like do it alongside with them. I don't really know what the song is about. Usually songs have like messages and everything, but I don't know, like no, we're not pure legends, you know. Watachi, sukitachi, doki 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 doki. But it's so fun. I don't know, like so fun. It's so it's like short, a short burst and like a lot of like okay, like vibes, happiness, you know. But you know, things doesn't have to make sense if it's like for something good. Okay, if you try to convince someone, then it's better if it makes sense, you know. Like if it's like for donation, be like, yeah, do that for good thing, you know, like saving animals. Like even like $1 is like can do a big change on like doing something good for them, you know, something like that. When it's like for donation, it's like okay. But then trying to get people to a game when you don't really have like that many arguments or like anime, you know, it's like your favorite thing ever. But when people ask, hey, what is that? Then how do you explain yourself, you know? Like, you know, what is a VTuber, you know? When people ask you that, then how can you explain it? But what with the intent that they might like also get into that thing, you know, that you like share your hobby and like suck them in to the rabbit hole. How can you put them there? You know? Like at first it's like pointing towards the rabbit hole, right? But how do you push them in, right? Or how do you like plant the seed that they might want to jump themselves if they themselves want to jump in? How do you do that, right? Like it's still like I think like in the beginning for me it was like kinda like hard. How to explain that? Hey, do you like anime? You know, something like that. I don't know. I think everyone had that struggle. But you know, if you speak with passion, if it's really like clear that you like that thing, they will listen. Even though they're not interested really, they will listen if they like can detect genuine joy from your words. Or like from your whole aura itself, you know? Like when you smile, body language and everything. Maybe like the tonal shift. It's kind of surprising for me every time I talk like to shy people, or like those people who are like usually like loners. When I hang out with them and be like, hey, what is like a thing you usually enjoy, you know? And if I give them enough safety, they open up. Like, you know, the cocoon like is opening up. When like a wonderful butterfly flies out. And I have like the best kind of conversation with them. But for the most part, it's like me listening, be like, and like digging a little bit more further, and then they like do all the talking. Like, I never really run out of, like if I get to talk with people, I don't really like run out of like topics to talk about. Sometimes I like initiate like something like the talk that I give them the choice, you know, like, hey, do you wanna talk, you know, and like not exactly like how I like my examples, but for the most part I start to become to be the guy who listens, and then they're like the one who like do the talk, and it's kind of interesting, you know, like I like to know more about people, or like stories as well. And yeah, it's like kind of interesting like how humans are like actually are. That they're kind of reason to like, you know, to be in the world, to like move on day by day, because there's like something they look forward to, or there's like something they love, and like, you know, want to like stick by with, you know, like that there are like reasons to like stay. Like the world has like a lot of beautiful things. One lifetime is like not enough to like discover all of that. Sometimes you like sometimes the ship sails and then like you miss the boat, you miss the bus, whatever, that you're unable to be like part of the whole thing. But yeah. Man, this doesn't make sense. the anatomy here, but doesn't have to. Generally, when I draw chibis with like the hands, like the arms, whatever, nothing makes sense. But it looks okay, right? Good luck. There's some people to like try, you know, like some people like my art style. Like I have like some fans there who drew me like fan art, or like something that is my chibi art style. But I think like they have not the eye developed for like seeing what like makes it like unique. But to be honest, regarding the style, it's like not really unique. I got like inspired. I saw like someone who has like kind of a similar style. They do it a lot better than me. I was like, hey, I like those faces, you know. It reminds me of like those cow emojis, you know. And then I could like draw like the emotions based on those cow emojis. Like emojis that Japanese people are using. Ugh, look at that, it's 8chan. How long a minute? 1 hour already. Okay. How about a color? And then I'm done. Maybe. Kimi no aiba ga Zukyu hashiri dashite. Okay, let's color. Color. Oh, this might be exactly the blue tone I need for her hair and everything. Nodoka is also like... I drew Yago already. That's good enough. Oh gosh. Let's go into Imamisime. Something's got full. Shukyun, shukyun, hashiri dashite. I wonder if I get enough. Oh god, shot full so fast already. Okay, but to be honest, like 8 hours have passed. 10 hours have passed. Ichibyo kan. Achibyo kan. Sore wa 0. And then throw the knives. Oh gosh. Jojo's so bizarre. Oh gosh. Maybe it's not the right color. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I like this tone a little more. Okay, coloring. This is like one of my favorite parts. Since this can be pretty easy. But then I remember like how Japanese illustrators do that, and then I'm like, yeah, maybe it's not that easy, I don't know. I do like the way how they illustrate skin. Especially if they can give it a slightly spicy edge. And I'm like, oh yeah, I like what I see there. And yeah. some live streams are like kind of interesting for that, but especially if it's like a 1 to row, like a 1 hour challenge. I'm really fascinated about like how Kanzarin Sensei does that. Oh yeah. But you know, when I like look at the PSD files, sometimes they like do that for their fanbooks. It's still like a mystery for me, like the rogue progress. Like how and why they did it like the way they did. So yeah. Theory is like always great. But you know, there are like artists out there who never took any classes, who never did any guides. They just like drew every day. And at some point they developed an eye for it. It's not like about the skills, but like about the knowledge and like how you perceive, when you look at it, you know, kind of vibe of it, you know. Like there's something about a sixth sense that will get like developed. I don't know if it makes sense. But it's like pretty much like the feelings, you know? Like, just use feeling. Pretty much. And you don't have a formula. It's like not a recipe, you know? It's just like a skill that gets developed. But even like the skill, it does have personality, it has a fingerprint, it has like something unique. I don't think this one is like that unique here, but people like it more than my usual style. I think like at some point I got like stuck here. But yeah, I can draw differently. It's just like, yeah, it doesn't like earn that many. Let's say I lost the confidence in that. But if you're curious about that, you know, if you follow me on my X account, formerly called Twitter, like Instagram, like mostly on X, I uploaded like most of that stuff, yeah. You can like look there, some stuff up. But let's say I was like really inconsistent. I was never really consistent like when I drew back then. And I have like kind of the issue of like perfectionism. I wasn't like really happy I like my art, you know. I was like slow artist. Because I was so perfectionist. And then if it didn't got perfect when I stopped continuing the project. Like drawing the arts piece, you know. I gave like up pretty early. Every single time. It wasn't a hiatus, then come back and be like, oh, I'm still bad, and then, you know, but just because I didn't like, did the grind. At the very least I do it like every week, now with the streams, but still. But yeah, so it's like of gaming. I keep it like every week. Like if like some stream games like Hololive. Hololive, my longest break was like about 2 weeks, but still I understood like everything. As long as like not too long of a hiatus, I should be fine. It's like always fine. I'm like fine. Daijoubu. なぜか私は切った。It doesn't really like matter how many years you like through, but it does matter like how long, you know, like about your endurance. This kind of like matters. Like how long did you stick by? What is your what about your resilience? But now I don't have like a reason to give up anymore, like especially like, you know, with like seeing like Haruura stories. Not only in the game but also like outside the game. Okay, what do I do here? Okay, kind of interesting. But man, algorithm is like really something. It gave me kind of like YouTube algorithm. I just saw something be like, oh, I want to try HR now. I forgot that there was like something. Usually like I try like Hololive members, you know, but HR technically is also like a Hololive member. The MVP. The one who carried everything from the background. Maybe a leader type, you know. Like the thing is like, if there's good leader, then you don't notice, like in a group, you know, like in an organization. If there's a good leader, you do not notice that there's a leader. I mean, for example, is just like one of the girls. Achan stuff. But you could like say she was a leader type pretty much. For me, maybe I'm not really like that type, to be honest, but I'm pretty good at like doing the management kind of thing. Like when I lead like you gamers call it guilds or clans, whatever, right? I do understand like the bare minimum there and everything. It's just like, how to call it? How to say that? You know, there's like a group project. But the guy who's the leader, who's supposed to be the leader, doesn't do shit. And I kind of feel like I can do that better. And I get up. And I'm the one who gets up and starts to do things. When I start to become the leader. Like mostly whenever I'm like driven to action, it's just because I'm unsatisfied about something. Usually I don't really care. But once I'm like really unsatisfied about it, then I start to care. About certain states. When I get angry, for example, it's like also one of the things. Sometimes I want change, but this doesn't come unless I work hard to make that change. Nothing happens unless I do something, I feel like. And yeah, you have the power, you have the power. But wield with responsibility, you know. And for me it was like, yeah, if no one wants to be responsible, then I'm gonna be the one who takes responsibility. Like if the project fails, it's my fault, or something like that. Oh gosh, it's not clean. it's not necessarily clean. But yeah, whatever. Okay, I'll hold a cup of coffee. Make it simple. Something similar to the color palette, I'd say. Oh gosh, wrong layer. But to be honest, when a group that does need help, need a little bit of change, in order to be like successful, then it's not a good group. Then I have to be like the one who carries everything. I do not really like to do that as always. Unless I care. But yeah, I kind of contradict myself, you know. Once I'm unsatisfied about something, I do kind of care. But at the same time, I don't really want to do things. I don't really want to do it. Like, I can do it one time, I can do it like a few times. But every time the problem comes up, I don't want to be the guy who like gets my ass up every time and then like fix it. Like, expect that like some people are like, you know, they're like, it's your job, you have one job, you know, and when they don't do the job. I have better things to do, but sometimes we're like, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, I'm just like ranting. Well, I like to do it, for example, you know. It's like, oh, man, I like this character. I wish there's more spicy fan art of them. Hold up a moment, I can draw. Or I can commission someone. Let's do that, you know. I like those kind of things. I really like to look at art, you know, from other people. Especially if they're like from the Far East. There's like something interesting about their fingerprint. Or like their style. And hello Chester, welcome to the art stream. I'm drawing A-chan from... She was like a former Hololive staff member. Oh, it's so cute. Hey, thank you. What do you think is cute about that? Or kind of a lazy, but also good answer. Like when a girl asks, for example, hey, what do you like about me? Everything. You know, don't you want to specify? Don't you want to specify what you like about them, you know? It's kind of like doing for the clip, for example, you know? Be like, okay, smash for the clip, right? It's kind of like a pseudo kind of but yeah, I can understand that if like people are like struggling with an answer, like why exactly do they like the thing? Also your voice, chef kiss. Okay, great. Thank you. Guess I'm not a pain for people like to listen to. Man, but if I were to like say, oh, I like that about you, or like how it looks like, you know. Specifying does not hurt, to be honest. I'm using Clip Studio Paint. It's a program. It does cost something, but afterwards you can use it whenever you and freely. It has a lot of useful tools, but to be honest, you can also use like a free drawing program like Medibang. I was like part of the Medibang gang for a while, but I already bought Clip Studio Paint. I was like, yeah, I should use it. And then here we are. I don't know like how much exactly. 50 or 70 bucks? I don't remember that much anymore. But I bought it like 5 years ago. I don't know like how the price has changed, but there's like some different versions there. And Clip Steel Paint has a lot of useful tools. It's like a little bit hard to get into, maybe in the beginning because there's so much, but there's like, for example, like 3D models, for example, you can like use, like some samples you see here, body types, head, like some kind of things, poses, for example, and then like some downloadable kind of stuff, like there's some clip studio points. There were some events for like daily logins, and then you can like if you have enough points, you can like use those clip studio points from like other cool people who like created those assets, you know. You can like purchase from them like whatever you like want, and it's pretty useful like if you struggle with like drawing objects or whatever. Even if you do not have the money for that, you know, or don't use those tools actually at all, be like, ah, never mind. It's still like nice, still like worth to like keep it in mind. Maybe you will need it at some point. There's maybe like only one point where I like to use a 3D model, maybe like to draw like from a difficult perspective, but yeah, on stream I never really used anything like that, I must like say. But Minibang is good. Krita is also like something people used. So you have good alternatives. Okay, what did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, about specifying what do you like about something. I think if you do that, you can really like charm your way to like people's hearts. Whenever would I talk about a girl, what I like about them? Let's say about the character I draw, A-chan from Hololive. I love people who like work their asses off, who like work hard. People can look like a 9 out of 10, but if they're like slackers and don't put the effort in, you know, this would like bother me long term. Sometimes I can be like the guy, hey, you don't have to do it, I'll do it for you. Ojo-sama, my lady, I'm gonna do the work. But you know, if people like constantly on the side of like being a couch potato, you know, then yeah, sometimes I would like get your ass up. It's there's work for you to do. If I constantly have to remind them, it's like, yeah, maybe not. I do my part, you do your part. Give and take. But what I like about A-chan as well, like besides the hard work, that she always like supported everyone from the background, inspired like Sora to become an idol with Hololive. She like put in the necessary work to make her Sora's dream come true. She basically could have been the leader of, you know, who like did everything, who kickstarted it. But still, she's like in the role of like a staff member. You do not notice when there's an organization or like group, a leader, you know, like when it works well, you will not notice that there's a leader. But I could like say maybe she is the one who like did the leading stuff. She's like graduated, so like kind of retired from there, but still she like left her footsteps, had like her influence, and I think like people like try to fit in there, you know, like on like what she left behind. Like a guideline, you know, something like that. Like a reference. Yeah, I think like reference is like good. Also, she can speak English. You still like hear that they're not native, but to be honest, it makes it all the more charming. Like her being able to speak English did also, for example, like the reason why they like got into Hololive. I really like your English. Like when A-chan writes in English, you don't really notice that much. Seems like they are professional, but when they start to speak, then yeah, there's like this obvious accent, you know. Like the way the tonal shift is like so different. I do like the Japanese language because I like how it sounds. But when they speak English, they like remove all of that what I like from from them speaking Japanese. If it's like, yeah, please go back, please go back, please go back. But it's also like because Japanese and English are like really different from like the way the tonal shift is there, from how things sound. McFlurry. McFlurry. You know. Strawberry. Strawberry. You know. It's kind of like cute how the Japanese people do it. Even if you go like really badass in like Yakuza mode, be like strawberry milkshake onegai shimasu. You know, or kudasai. So whatever. But yeah, it sounds super cute. But yeah, I could like understand. I could understand that like they try to ditch that and be like, yeah, but they still can't pronounce it like properly. But I don't mind. But just like something I have noticed. But okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. Let's save. I'm way too late with saving. I'm way too late with that. Always. So that is my fan art of A-chan from a former Hololive staff member. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and listening. I'm gonna wish you all a nice rest of the day, evening, or good night, whatever time zone the world you all are. Then I'm gonna say bye bye.